Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Brewing with Magic. Well, recently pro player Gregory Kowalski tweeted out that he hit number 66 on the ladder with a mono black aggro deck, and that's what you see right here. Granted, he was playing best of 3, but this deck is amazing. It just keeps winning. Plus, I think that black decks, or at least black magic, represents the theme or feel of Halloween the most, and I love this holiday. So we're bringing you a mono black aggro deck today. But before I do get into today's deck, if you'll do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. It's fast, it's free, but it means the world to me over here. It really helps support me, the channel, and get us out to a much broader audience. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell. So let's get into this mono black aggro deck. And like I said, it was originally a best of 3 deck. It originally only had, 5 lessons. Why would you need a whole suite when you're going to game 2 and 3? And the only change I made was I did drop 1 Eaten Alive, which is amazing, and we'll get into that in just a second, for 1 Infernal Grasp, and added the third one just so that we had a little bit more instant speed removal. Other than that, this deck was designed amazingly by Gregor. What a great... So let's get into it. First, we have our removal package. We have 3 Eaten Alive, 1 black, sorcery. Otherwise, this card would be amazing. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature or pay 3 colorless and 1 black. Exile target creature or planeswalker. In this deck, we have many creatures. We are fine with sacrificing. It just doesn't bother us. In fact, if we have a Meat Hook Massacre on the board, it's probably even in our best interest. We're still going to get some value out of it. This card was putting in work for me. I love it. Then we have 3 copies, like I said, of Infernal Grasp and 3 copies of Meat Hook Massacre. Now, if you have nothing better to do on turn 2, go ahead and throw this down. You can win games after you've attacked your opponent by throwing this down. There are situations, as you will see, where if this is on the board, you just keep attacking even if your opponent can block most of your creatures. Every creature of yours they block, they have to either block awkward and leave them alive, or they lose life. So many ways to use this card in this deck. It's amazing. It's a great card. Next, we have our draw spell. We have 3 copies of Deadly Dispute, and then we're going to go into our creatures on our 1-drop slot, which is 4 copies of Eye Twitch, which does get us into our sideboard, 1 Environmental Science, 1 Necrotic Fumes, 1 Containment Breach. We don't have any green land in the deck, but we have treasures, so don't worry about that. We have 1 copy of Pest Summoning, which for the first time in a long time is a card I've been grabbing, especially if I have Meat Hook on the board and they're low life. They either have to take the 1 or lose the life. It's great. 1 copy of Expanded Anatomy, always one of my favorite sideboard cards in any kind of an aggro deck, because of the fact that you, especially this, because you can put them on things like Sedgemoor Witch and or even your Hive of the Eye Tyrant. They both have menace. So do the tokens from Lolth Spider Queen. So it's just a way to get those final points and to win a game. 1 Mascot Exhibition, because it's Mascot Exhibition, and 1 Confront the Past, so that we can get back our Lolth or try to remove one of our opponents' planeswalkers. So that's the sideboard. Then we have 2 copies of Forsworn Paladin. Maybe you haven't seen this, so let's go over it real quick. It is 1 black for a creature human knight, 1/1 with menace. So we also have that with a lot of menace in the deck. You can pay 1 black and 1 colorless to tap this and pay 1 life, create a treasure token, and you can pay 1 black, 2 colorless. Target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. If mana from a treasure was spent to activate this spell, that creature also gains Death Touch until end of turn. Creating a treasure token with this card is not a bad idea. I mean, sometimes you want to be attacking with it, but sometimes you just want to hold back if you have nothing better to do. 2 mana open. It's only 1 extra life that you're going to hit your opponent for, so you're not closing out a game, and it can really help later in the game to sacrifice that treasure, or just use this ability and get +2/+0 and Death Touch if you use the treasure, or just be ramping. Really good interactions you can use with this card. We have 4 copies of Shambling Gasp. We have 2 copies of Jadar, Ghoulcaller of Nephalia. The fact that your opponent has to answer this, or you're just attacking every single turn for 2. And on top of that, if you have a Meat Hook Massacre on the board, every single turn you attack for 2, you get another 2/2 back, and they take a damage when it decays. I love it. And one of the big, strongest cards in this deck is Skyclave Shade. It just keeps coming back at your opponent. Don't be like me and accidentally slam land down before you attack with the Skyclave Shade, in case you want to, replay it that turn. It's a bad habit I have, because I'm so used to playing around things where you want to have that extra land out so they can't, like, Girardi's Disruption you or something like that. And just, depending on the situation, you usually want to attack with this if they have a creature and it's going to kill their creature. and so that way you can replay it if you don't have anything else that you want to be doing that turn. We have 4 copies of Sedgemoor Witch. I love this card, and so anytime it goes in a deck and works well, I love it. Not only do they, lose 3 life if they target it, so you got 3 life out of them for 3 either way, so it's still doing something when it hits the battlefield. Menace is strong, the Magecraft is amazing, you can just keep running into your opponents and you gain life if they block those tokens, plus if we have, once again, Meat Hook out, they're losing life. We have 4 copies of a Lulth Spider Queen in the deck, because it is Lulth Spider Queen. So I did say it's an aggro deck. That was what Gregor calls it, and I agree after playing it, but it's not a rush deck. It's an aggro deck, and I used to confuse the two for the longest time, and I think this deck kind of opened up my eyes a little bit, as where a rush deck needs to close the game as fast as possible. This deck doesn't need to do that. It's an aggro deck, meaning it can just be aggressive over and over. Even if they have creatures that you know are going to kill your creatures when you attack, we don't care, because we'll have Meat Hook out, we'll have Skyclave, we'll keep dropping it. We're going to hopefully have Sedgemoor and Lulth out and get all kinds of value. Menace all over the place. We want to be aggressive and attacking our opponent all the time. We can't really sit back too much. Now let's get into our land. We have 3 copies of Hive the Eye Tyrant. Like I said, it has Menace, super strong. It's 3/3, and every time it attacks, you remove something from your opponent's graveyard. So if they're doing any kind of graveyard shenanigans, it's really, really helpful. 15 snow-covered swamps, 4 Faceless Havens, so the Hive of the Eye Tyrants and the Faceless Havens really help you get around board wipes, including your own, because we are a creature deck running board wipes with Meat Hook Massacre, so that'll help close out games. Keep in mind, if you have enough mana to do it, you can. I doubt you can, but if there's just that one more point you need, you could activate a Faceless Haven and then Meat Hook Massacre. It's a lot of mana. It's going to be late game if you do that, but just keep in mind you can, don't forget to activate those if you have the game there. And then we have 2 copies of Field of Ruins, because there is a lot of creature lands running around right now, and we want to be able to handle those and not just keep getting run into over and over again. We do have Infernal Grasp to handle them as well, and we can just chump block all day long if we have chump blockers, and the Meat Hook Massacre, once again, is just going to give us that value over and over again. But it's nice to have the 2 Field of Ruins. So I think you're going to enjoy the deck. The gameplay is really fun. Don't forget to stick around till the end for the summary, and without further ado, let's go ahead now and get into some gameplay. Smooth operator. Nice. Oh, we go first with 3 lands, Shambling Gas, Jadar, and 2 Skyclave Shades. That seems good to me. We'll lead with the Shambling. 1 more land. 1 more land, and then every land after that gets annoying with these Skyclave Shades. Okay, they've got the Veteran, so we'll go ahead and throw out a second land. Swing in for 1, because if they want to block, we'll just give them a -1/-1. They do not take the block. And then we're going to throw a Jadar and just start putting out 2/2s every turn. We can, sack it if we wanted to not attack to eat alive something, such as that. So we'll throw out another land. We will eat alive, sacrificing a creature, killing the cleric, sacrificing the 2/2 zombie. Get that out of here. Let's go ahead and attack with just the Shambling Gas. Boom. And, I mean, we could put out another Skyclave Shade, but they're just going to sit back and hold off, right? But then it's out there. Let's just get it out there. And now they really can't attack. Righteous Valkyrie could become a problem for us. So, I don't know the best way to do this, because I pretty much wipe my board if I Massacre, and I lose my Jadar as well. If I attack with just the Skyclave Shade, they're probably going to block with the Luminarch Veteran. Pretty sure that's how that goes down. We'll attack with these 2. See what happens. They actually let it through. Interesting. just don't know the right play here. Let's flood the board with more and more creatures. Go as wide as we can. They're going to gain some life right now, so that's a little concerning. Oh, 4 of them, in fact. They could not play that card fast. Yeah, there's another land for us. Let's see. Let's go in with everything except the Jadar. It's an interesting game here. Oh, that is perfect. That is absolutely perfect. So we'll go ahead and meat hook for 2. I know we're going to lose the Jadar, but I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Let's get ourselves a treasure token, and let's do it again. Let's, I don't know, lose a little life, gain a little life. Hopefully they have to throw the Luminarch Phantom, or Luminous Phantom. No, it's a Legion Angel. But we have the Hive of the Eye Tyrant. I mean, I want to attack with the Hive of the Eye Tyrant. But I also want a Deadly Dispute, one of my treasure tokens. Can't do both. We're not going to win a race attacking them right now. So we're going to Deadly Dispute, sacrificing a treasure token, getting a treasure token back, drawing some cards. We'll play our land. Well, yeah, let's just play a Skyclave Shade. And another Skyclave Shade. And Eye Twitch. And the turn. So this has got double strike. They're also going to be throwing another Legion Angel, probably. I think they're going to... No, Rampage of the Valkyries. Hopefully they swing with the 4-3. I mean, they have double strike. They do not. They do not. Let's see. I think we fire up the Hive and swing in with everything. Now let's get rid of their Righteous Valkyrie. I guess so. I mean, they might block the Skyclave with the Legion Angel, and then we'll okay, no, they're going to double block that, eh? You Battlefield. So let's go ahead and be... Yeah, let's do it like that. Hit them for a whole bunch. Let's sacrifice the Eye Twitch. They go down to 2. Let's grab Pest Summoning or Mascot. We can't do Mascot anytime soon. Pest Summoning gives us a little bit more to go wide on, and they lose life when they kill them. Hopefully they can't gain. So, yeah, right now they're at 2. I think we might have them locked out right here. I know, opponent. There's this... Oh, they only gain 2 life, though. Okay. Another Righteous Valkyrie. They're swinging in for 4. As long as they can't gain life. Oh, every time one of our creature dies? Yeah, oh no, we're throwing Jadar now into a Shambling Gas. And we're swinging with both of our Skyclave Shades. They have to block them. And they, no matter what, they're about to lose their creatures. Oh yeah, this is a great play. This is not an Angel, right? Okay, so they'll block that. That's fine, they have to. They're gonna block that, so they take 2. And we're close. We're close. Just, okay, they drew a land or they wouldn't have drawn it. Don't have, okay, they can't. We just got to get them here real quick. I think they just lose when I attack, right? Yeah, this is over. This is over, Smooth Operator. Come on in. Kill it. Come on in at us. Yeah, there's nothing they can do. Who we got? Papaco. Hello, Papaco. We go first with 3 lands, 2 swamps, and a Faceless Haven. We got 2 Deadly Disputes, a Jadar, and a Skyclave. No turn 1, which is kind of a sad situation considering we have a lot of turn 1 plays, but the hand looks pretty good. So we'll see what our opponent's up to. Okay, we'll go into another swamp, and they're on blue. We don't know if they're playing Dimir or just blue. Let's get annoying with Jadar. They basically have to take care of this on their turn coming up, or they're going to have problems. They have a bounce. Maybe they... No? Didn't know if they had a little tempo play going there. Oh, we are dragging... Okay. So we'll throw out the Faceless Haven so it's not sick if we hit another snow-covered land next turn. First thing we want to do is go ahead and swing on in with everything. Dragon's Fire is the play, so we will a Deadly Dispute the Jadar. Draw some cards. Do I want to throw... So if I... Next turn I'll have 4 mana, that's plenty. And I'd have 5, so I could Sedgemoor Witch. Yeah, I don't see the play being any better. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to full control here. Oh, I hit the wrong button every time. We're not going to full control. Ignore that. Just we passed the turn instead. What a big disappointment there. We'll just take our turn, see what we can do. We'll throw a land. They're tapped out, so I guess that worked out all in all. Lol, Spider Queen is the play. We would have used our treasure token, so hey.
You could have such power. Aren't I the generous one?
They Fading Hope one of our spiders. That's okay. Next turn will, unless they can, they'll probably kill Lolth, but if they can't, I mean, we're going to have a whole bunch of little critters on the board again. Expressive Iteration doesn't mean Lolth is safe yet. They're going to display a land, probably blue if they can. There's the blue. Throw the blue. And Dragon's Fire. No Dragon's Fire. We hit another land, which is actually great, because now I could Sedgemoor Witch holding up the Deadly Dispute. They might counter it. That's fine. We get rid of that counter spell. I'm fine with that. No, there's no counter spell. Let's go ahead and draw a card, lose a life. I was going to throw Sedgemoor either way, but I should have done that first. We're holding up Deadly Dispute, so we're going to go ahead and just swing in for 2. I'm not sure if this is Auron's Epiphany. Fading Hope, huh? Well, we definitely don't want to Deadly Dispute that. So we'll let that resolve. They're going to try to counter it next time we throw it. So that gets faded. Our Sedgemoor Witch just got baited. So now we're definitely going to be throwing the Twitch Shambling Ghast. Pass it on back. I mean, they can't Auron's Epiphany for 2 more turns if that's what that is. And, well, now they can next turn, but they can't be chaining them. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, now they can. So we'll see. They might emergency Auron's Epiphany. I bet you that's a counter spell, and I really want to find out. So I'm fine with using the Sedgemoor Witch here. Means it's not an Auron's Epiphany, and I'd much rather that. Dragon's Fire, huh? On, Lolth. So let that resolve.
A pity our time is over.
So we'll hold up the Deadly Dispute, but we will throw the Eye Twitch. And we're going to go ahead and swing in with the team. And like I said, we're holding up Deadly Dispute. Our opponent could Epiphany right now. It would be an emergency Epiphany. Meat Hook almost wins us the game. Goldspan Dragon. Okay. Interesting. Are they going to swing with it? So they can't block the Sedgemoor Witch. Do I Deadly Dispute something now? This has Menace. This has Menace. So that's 5 damage right there. 5. Hold on. We Deadly Dispute the Shambling Ghast. Get ourselves a treasure token. Get ourselves a 1/1. Draw some cards. Oh. Okay. Huh. Interesting test of talents there. So we attack with the Faceless Haven. They'll have to block it. 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus the 1 is 8. Interesting. Here's another land. Like I said, we have to attack with the Faceless Haven. We attack with everything. They have to block the Faceless Haven. Get out of here! Ugh! What do we got here? Ulu. Hello. How do you do, Ulu? We have 3 lands, 2 snow-covered swamps, and a Faceless Haven. Eaten Alive, Shambling Ghast, Sedgemoor Witch, Lolth, and our opponent's going first. Looks good. I mean, we've got a Shambling Ghast and ways to manipulate it with the Eaten Alive. We'll go ahead and throw the Swamp. Shambling Ghast, pass it back. Jesper, Sentinel for the opponent on turn 1. Let's see what they can do with it. Do they have... Nope, nothing's going to come of that. They'll probably swing... Oh, no, if they swing, they know they lose it. Let's go ahead and throw the Faceless Haven out there. Let's go ahead and throw the Jadar. I like it, and we're swinging in for 1. They take it. We get ourselves a little Gruul. Now we can kill anything they do next turn if we want. With the Eaten Alive, with the token. There's the Magda. They're going to create a treasure token. Look at that. That's a turn right there. We're going to let them keep a Magda, I think. Just, oh, there we go. Infernal Grasp. Because it's whatever comes after Magna that's scary, in my opinion. So we're going to go ahead and throw... First off, before we attack, or throw it with the Sedgemoor Witch, we're going to attack with everything except Jadar. Just keep getting that damage in. We're going to make the block... Oh, wow. That is not what I expected. They do create a treasure token. So next turn is probably a Goldspan Dragon. Dragon's Fire is the play, eh? So they're just going to try to wipe our whole board here. Okay, I mean, that was a lot they had to do for that. We'll go ahead and a minus to wipe their board back. Throw the Sedgemoor Witch. And then next turn, we can Infernal Grasp something and Eaten Alive the thing we get with the 1/1 token. So we're pretty set. They're going to Goldspan Dragon, I think, but the blue threw me off there. So we don't know. Never mind. Come on in. Let's do this. So we know they have counter magic now. So let's go ahead and throw a swamp. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to Infernal Grasp that. They're going to counterspell it. We get our token. No. Okay, that happened. Let's go ahead and swing in for 3. And a turn. Wow. I mean, another land and we're on Lolth. We have a whole lot of removal in our hand. There's a land for the opponent, so that's probably what they drew. Ren and the 7. Okay, that's not going to be a problem for us. Resolves.
The entire forest is...
This gets rid of a Planeswalker as well, but we can just attack. Oh, yeah. So that resolves. She has Menace, so it doesn't matter. We'll go ahead and just Infernal Grasp that. Give me a little token, please. I like that. I like that a lot. I wish there was a land, but it wasn't. We'll throw out the Ghoul Collar. We're on all cylinders here. Next, you're going at Ren. Can't be stopped. And we pass the turn back to the opponent. We'll start attacking with these next turn, I think. Land. Here we go. I'll take another Sedgemoor Witch, please. And we're going to still keep up that. We're going to attack with everything except for the 1/1. They will be blocking one of the 1/1s here. That's fine. We got in for that extra point. Gain a life. Decayed. We need a Meat Hook Massacre to really end this game right now. If we draw a Meat Hook, we win. I think we win either way because we're going to Eaten Alive whatever they throw. Yeah, locked up. Locked up. Good game. Good game. Okay, Brew Crew. That's it for Mono Black Aggro. And you know what? I'm not going to be changing anything. The deck is absolutely bonkers. I can't believe some of the decks I've gone up against with this and actually won. Some of the games I've pulled off. some of the situations where your opponent literally can't do anything if they can't remove the Meat Hook Massacre. They get to a point where it doesn't matter if they block or not, as you saw. It's so good. So we're not going to be modifying it at all. Gregor Kowalski, shout out. I see why you got number 66 on the ladder with this in best of 3. Let's go ahead real quick and talk about what I think is safe to craft and what is not. Meat Hook Massacre, if you don't own these and you play black at all or control that splashes, you're going to want to get these. I know they're mythic and they're expensive. It's an amazing card. If you don't have 4, you know, for now you only need 3 for this deck, but you're going to want 4 at some point. It is really strong. Forsworn Paladin, you might not want to craft that. I don't play it in all my decks. If you have 2 already, good, try this out. If you have 1, maybe craft the 1 if you have enough wild cards. Jadar is a safe craft in my opinion. I keep playing it. He's just an amazing card. I really like it. Skyclave Shade, I don't think there's anything wrong with crafting 4. At this point, you might only need to craft 1 or 2 because it has been around for a while, but it goes in a few different decks. I think it's a really good card to have in your collection. Sedgemoor Witch is a snap craft for me. Lolth is a snap craft for me. Just craft immediately. Once again, kind of expensive. Not a whole lot of mythics in the deck, so that's nice. It's not too expensive, but I really think that's a strong card, and you're going to want those in your collection. As always, craft lands. They go in so many decks. They are safe. Let's get into this sideboard. I believe it's just Mascot Exhibition. Maybe Confront the Past. So you definitely want to own Mascot Exhibition if you don't. So have 1 in your collection. And Confront the Past, same thing, because if you're playing Lessons, it's a really solid one to have. So that's my recommendations when it comes to crafting. I really hope you enjoyed the deck. Leave us a comment down below letting us know what you thought of this or anything else that you want to see or just to say hi. Please hit that subscribe button. Super fast, super free, but it means the world to us over here. Hit that notification bell so you know whenever we have new content come out. And as always, until next time, have a blast in the arena.